If you're looking for some things that you can do to become a better prop builder, then stick with me as we discuss 7 highly effective habits of a successful prop builder. Now, for those of you that are regulars to the channel may recognize we are not in my shop today. And if you're new to the channel, take a second, go down and click on that subscribe button and the little bell so you can stay current on all our upcoming videos. And after you check this video out, maybe go back over there and check out the 100+ videos that we've got down there covering a whole slew of prop building topics. And usually when I'm here in Tahoe, I am out taking advantage of the beautiful patio and writing and working on my next book. And if you haven't found out about book number 1, here's a bonus tip you may want to go check out. My first book, The Ultimate Guide to Do-It-Yourself Animatronics. I'll put a link down below. You can go read the reviews, see if this is something that you may find useful. But as oftentimes when we find ourselves in a difficult situation when we're building props, I had to pivot a little bit and change my plans. Instead of being out there writing, I got chased from the patio by first some high winds that soon turned to snow. And have chased me inside. So I decided to put this little list of some of my thoughts together on things that make a successful prop builder. Now, when I first started putting this together, I thought, I'll do it 5 habits. Well, that certainly was not sufficient. It soon expanded to 12 or more, and finally got it pared back down to 7, which I thought was more appropriate. But certainly not everything that you could do. If you've got your own ideas, please share those down in the comments. Not only would I love to see them, but I'm sure everybody else would as well. So please post those down below. So let's get into some of the things that I think will help you become a better prop builder if you're not already doing these things. So number 1. Be on the lookout for new techniques, associated hobbies, new tools, unusual materials, anything that is kind of out of the ordinary. Get out of your out of the box a little bit. As an example, I'm not much into cosplay or foam work, although I do make foam bodies for my props. But one of these days I want to get more into that and make some costumes. And I was on YouTube and looking at one of the guys I follow, Lost Wax, and came across his tutorial on foam clay. Never seen it. So of course, I bookmarked that, ordered some, and one of these days when I have time, I'll get into that and give that a try. But, store those ideas away for future use. You need to be a sponge to these new ideas and try and develop as broad a base of knowledge as you possibly can. So that goes to number 2. Never pass up an opportunity to experiment or to practice a new skill. I often build things just to learn a new technique. I have no intention of ever installing some of these things into my haunt or using these in a demonstration, but I thought they were cool, that it was a new technique, or did things a way that was different to me. So I built it just to see how it would work and how to do it. Just one thought, when you do this, make sure that you build it in such a way that it's easy to disassemble it so you can reuse the parts. I have a whole box of parts that I use for a lot of these things. And so, you're not out the money for all these parts. Okay, number 3, do your research. Attend any conventions you can, and of course the Halloween conventions are fantastic, but there's a lot of, like I said, the associated hobbies. I've gotten some good information from steampunk conventions, Doctor Who conventions, Comic-Con. All of those have great ideas that we can incorporate into our prop building. And then take the classes. Even when I'm teaching at a convention, I always try to find time to take as many classes as I can to try and pick up at least a few new ideas, a few new thoughts, new ways of doing things. We've all got things we can learn. None of us know it all, and take advantage of the experts that are out there. And plus, it gives you the opportunity to network, which I think is really important. You can meet people, make sure to make plans to hang out in the bar after the show ends and people are relaxing. Buy somebody, that you want to pick their brain, buy them a drink. And I'm sure they'll be happy to share their knowledge. So that you can develop a network of people that when you run into a problem on a prompt, you've got somebody you can contact and say, hey, bounce ideas off of or reach out to when you get hung up on a problem. And on the same kind of token there, please make sure to share your work. Take a little bit of time to document, not only so that you can reproduce it next year when you go to set things up again. These videos for me often come in really handy when I'm out setting up a prop that I haven't played with for a year. But also it's great to go out there and share what you've come up with the rest of the community. And hopefully somebody will get some ideas off of your work as well. Number 4, keep an idea book. Of all the ideas, I carry a book every time I'm out on a convention and try and write down or, sketch out some brief pictures of ideas that I come up with as I'm wandering the floor. And also on that same note, a lot of us, we all spend time on the internet, on YouTube and Facebook. Make sure to copy and save all those links when you come up with something. Even if you don't have something that you plan on using right away, bookmark it, change the title to an easily researchable one, save the pictures, copy the videos, whatever. The handouts you get when you take to the classes, make up a folder so that you can go back to those, or for me, better yet, scan them into the computer. And again, change the name so they're easily searchable, so you can go back to those when you actually really need that information and decide to put those techniques to use. Number 5, build something original. There's no problem reproducing other people's work. I find that highly flattering when I see somebody copying or building something that I came up with. But it should be one of your goals to at least change it a bit, adapt it to fit your needs and your desires and your thoughts. Take those ideas and bend it to your will, if you will. But if you do reproduce somebody else's work, please give credit. I think that's highly important, to give credit. Not only do they deserve it because they came up with the idea, but post a link to the original so that the people looking at your work can see the original as well and maybe get some more ideas. But you should really strive to become a prop creator, not just a builder. Okay? Number 6, prototype your ideas. And by this, you can do this in a variety of ways. I use popsicle sticks sometimes to test out mechanisms. PVC is great. It's easy to work with. It's easy to cut. It's cheap, great for prototyping things. And don't be afraid to have an idea that you have not work and fail. It happens, at least to me it does. Some of the things that I come up with in my head just don't really work as well in the real world. So don't be afraid to have a design fail. We learn more from our failures sometimes than we do from our successes. But you need to learn to become a problem solver if you're really going to be a good prop builder. That's what a lot of this is solving problems when they come up, looking for unique situations or solutions, and solving those problems and then moving on to the next problem. So work on being a problem solver. And number 7, be willing to get out of your comfort zone and try new things. That's how you're going to become better. That's how you're going to stay interested in the hobby. And it's just great when you can develop something on your own, work through a series of problems and challenges, and then have a successful prop. And then go out and share that with the world. And enjoy the accolades that come from people who also enjoy your props. So There you have it. There's 7 of my ideas on things that you can do to become a better prop builder. Please add your ideas down below in the comments. I'd love to see them. But most importantly, just go out and build something. See you next time.